Alright, so I want to talk about projection really quick. Now, projection is a defense mechanism that people use when they have a feeling that they're not necessarily comfortable with. It provokes anxiety within them. And so rather than dealing with the acceptance of having this feeling, they project it onto another person. So let's say a woman's really angry. She doesn't want to appear to be angry. So she projects the anger onto her husband and makes it seem like he's the one that's angry and he's really just chilling. You know, another common example is when a guy who is doing dirt will accuse his girlfriend of doing something she shouldn't be doing. You know, so that's why the old folks say one of the quickest ways to know if your man is cheating is if he's always accusing you of cheating. So that's projection in the pathological sense, meaning you have a feeling that you're not comfortable with, so you project it onto someone else so you don't have to own it. Now, we also use projection a lot of times in a non-pathological way of trying to figure out what's going on. It's a strategy that we use. We don't know what another person's thinking or feeling necessarily, so we project how we feel onto that person because it helps us make sense. Like I said, and it gives us some kind of framework for interpreting what's going on. Now, this happens a lot of times in new relationships, especially, you know, when everything on the surface matches. You know, you like the same things, you have a blast, you have a ball, the sex is fantastic, you know, you're really digging this person. So you project your intentions of wanting to have a longer term relationship onto this person, and that doesn't necessarily mean that's the way they feel. You know, it's just us projecting stuff onto them, and then that just leads to a whole lot of problems, because projection, in essence, it really is just making assumptions based off of what you have. You're making assumptions off of this other person, or making assumptions that you think apply to this other person. And it really gets messed up when you take these assumptions and you take this projection and you run with it. And now, you know, you got this little storybook thing going on in your head, and he's still just kicking it. So many movies have been made from this very concept, this very interaction, because it happens a lot of times. So that's why communication is key. Trying to figure out, actually talk to the person. You know, build a foundation before you build the fantasy. That's another good one. I'm going to make that into a t-shirt too. Build the foundation before you build the fantasy. So that's projection. Taking what we have and putting it onto someone else and assuming that's the way they feel because that's the way we feel. Or that's what they want because that's the thing that we want. It's not necessarily the case. Peace.